Arcade adventures are very numerous on the Commodore 64, but really good ones are very few and far between. This may or may not be one of such rarities. However, this is a graphically nice game which is playable but tough. You're going to need the patience of a saint as you prepare to get lost and run around in circles a lot. Heartland, a flick-screen arcade adventure, sees you travelling through 5 realms in a quest to first find the location of a book and then collect 4 of its scattered pages. Not to mention destroying 4 bad ones in the process. The journey through the realm is very hazardous, and there are gaping holes in certain sections which must be avoided, as if you fall into one of them, the game ends with the short and sweet message, "Out of luck." Your main priority is to collect a weapon to help you combat the many nasties which inhabit the Heartland. These weapons float about in the air and can be picked up by jumping into them. And when this is done, the weapon appears in the status area at the top of the screen. There are 3 types of weapon. A top hat, which is your most basic form and will take 3 shots to stop an enemy. Swords take 2. And a fireball, which can destroy enemies in 1 hit. Enemies then crumple into a bundle of bones, but they'll eventually reanimate and start walking around again. I call them enemies, but look, they're just old fellas walking around the place. They don't attack you, but sap your life-giving energy, displayed in the form of Midan's grinning face growing in the status area. Death occurs when his ugly features are complete. Just jump over them if you don't have a weapon, but avoid these blue floaty things, which I'll explain now. These blue spells float about in the atmosphere and can appear as blue stars or bubbles. Jumping into the bubbles will regain energy by reducing the displayed face of Midan. The small stars grant you temporary invincibility, but the large stars drain your strength very quickly. Remember, if this face is completely revealed, then your game is over. So many ways to die in this game. I feel one of the biggest failings is that damn hourglass timer in the top left of the screen. It's just too brutal. As your quest progresses, the passage of time is recorded and displayed by this hourglass which turns as time ticks by. Every time you travel from one realm to the other, the timer resets, but if a second more than 8 minutes is spent in the same realm, the game ends. So off the bat, I'll mention that I turn this off for the making of this video, otherwise I'd never get anywhere, but hopefully this will give you an idea of what needs to be done. You see, if you take one wrong turn, then you are more or less screwed, and you have to go through a good 5 stages of this. No continues or saves. I could get to the second stage sometimes when I was a kid, but that's about it, you see. I'd always run out of time. To make matters worse, the 4 scattered pages you need to find have been mixed with 4 dark pages, created by Midan's forces of evil. Like I mentioned, you need to find these good pages and destroy the dark ones. Doorways and lifts can be used by going in and out of the screen and take you through the various rooms of each of the realms. Once you find the page on each realm, which will be revealed by a flashing book at the top of the screen, then you can travel to the next by finding your bed, which is somewhere amongst one of these screens. Luckily, I have a map for each realm, and I'd recommend you use this to navigate the game, even if the maps themselves can be a little confusing. In fact, without mapping the game, you'd probably not be able to get far without running out of time. I suppose the developers at Odin were trying to push us to create maps for their games, as they all seem to have a certain element of this maze-style gameplay. Cartographers will love this then. If you manage to find a piece of the book, you'll see the pages flying about like the spells. These can be collected by jumping in the air and catching them. Bad pages have similar properties, but you must destroy them by shooting them with your available weapon. When all 4 pages are collected, the Nether people are freed and return to their own dimension. Oh, happy days. There are clearly elements of Nodes of Yesod and Robin of the Wood, in that the game is in side view and is rune based. The map is a lot less linear than either of those games though, with the screens being linked by portals going into and out of the screen, in addition to the screen flipping, elevators and staircases. Be sure to check out these mentioned games on the channel too. Initially strange, but compulsive nevertheless. Incredibly nostalgic for some reason too, with more memorable music from Keith Tinman. Brings back plenty of memories playing this as a kid. Get it fired up on your Commodore 64 and give it a whirl. Thanks for watching guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you thought of Heartland in the comments section. The 80s was a very creative period in gaming, and this certainly was a unique style of game, but I can understand if many of you would have got frustrated with it. But games are very subjective, I agree. What we all should be 100% in agreement with, however, is hitting subscribe and joining the channel. It's an epic journey revisiting these Commodore 64 games, and I'd love you to come with me on this nostalgic adventure while we take a walk down memory lane. Hopefully, you'll check out other videos on the channel too, and stick around for some more great memories. Thanks again guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, bye for now.